Hello, Village. It is your girl, Twana Yvette, and I am back. Sorry about the first time, but we have it going on right now. Everything seems to be working fine. We had some technical difficulties, so I hope you guys are having a magnificent Thursday. I am here to tell you guys about the update, and I'm so sorry. I had already gotten into the story, the meat and potatoes of it all, and you guys told me that the sound wasn't there. We didn't have any sound. And I'm like, what is going on? So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to get in here so we can start the story and, tell you guys what is going on. So hopefully you guys can hear me really good. Give this about 30 minutes and then I'm going to start. So here we go. All right, guys, we're back. We are back. We're here. So sorry about the technical difficulties. Michelle says I can hear you now. Great. I'm on my laptop. I was trying to do it mobile because when it hit my phone, I just got in a hurry. I said, "Oh my goodness, I gotta do this!" So I jumped up and I guess my mobile device didn't want to act right, but we are on the laptop. Shout out to the 27 that are in the house. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and I'm not going to be before you long. I just want to give you the update and I wanted to do it as quickly as possible without going through the editing, the video, and all that. So we are live from StreamYard with a update that just happened a few hours ago. The news was released to the St. Louis Breaking News by Ashley Cole and Robert Townsend. And this is fresh off the press, okay, guys? This is absolutely fresh. All right, let me get back to where I was at. I can't stand devices sometimes. They drive me bananas. All right, here we go. Sweetie Pie star Tim Norman, accused for murder for hire plot back in St. Louis, is in federal custody, you guys. Norman had a virtual hearing on September 15th. However, he refused to appear on camera, so the hearing has been rescheduled, okay? Again, this was reported by Ashley Cole and Robert Townsend just a few hours ago. The Sweetie Pie star, accused in a murder for hire plot in the death of his nephew, is now back in St. Louis and is in federal custody. Hey, Asia. On August 15th, James Timothy Norman, as we know, 41 years old, was charged in conspiracy to use interstate commerce facilities in the commission of a murder for hire resulting in death in connection with the March 16th murder of 21-year-old Andre Montgomery. And this is what all of this is about. So this is the accurate charge. It is not murder. It's not manslaughter. This is still conspiracy, you guys, to use interstate commerce facilities in the commission of a murder for hire resulting in death. So that is the official charge, okay? In connection with the 2016 murder of 21-year-old Andre Montgomery. So that's number one. This is the official charge. And I'm sorry, it probably, in my eyes, should have been murder, but this is what the charge is. So we have that piece of information. Number two, Terrica Ellis, an exotic dancer from Memphis who investigators said was Norman's accomplice, was arrested and charged with the same crime. Okay, so that's number two. Hey, April, that is number two. Same charge. Okay, so neither one of them are going to be charged with murder as of right now or manslaughter as of right now. It is just conspiracy with contempt. That is what they are charged officially with. Number three, both were previously being held at Madison County Detention Center in Canton, Mississippi. But according to a spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office of Eastern Missouri, Norman had a virtual hearing on September 15th. but he refused to appear on camera. So the hearing will have to be rescheduled and a date has not been set. So, you guys, this is why we could not find him. We didn't know what was going on with his hearing. They pretty much wiped everything, from public record. But here is your reason why. So now we know what Tim is officially charged with. We know what Terrica Ellis is officially charged with. And now we know what happened to Tim. Okay. For those of you who are just coming in, hi, Facebook. How are you guys doing? Ellis's virtual arraignment was held on Monday. Okay. Today is Thursday. It was held on Monday. She will return to court on September 25th. This is fact number 4. Okay. On September 25th, she's going back to court for a contested detention hearing. Okay. What that means is she has something to say. She is detesting or denouncing or denying something about this charge. A spokesperson said he was not aware of what Ellis was contesting. So I don't know if she's disagreeing with some sort of information in there. We have no idea, but she has an extra little date because she has something to say. Hey, Yolanda, Brenda, Harry Potter, hi, and Celeste Jones. Good morning, you guys. So we have 4 facts already in our notebooks and in our mental memory. We know that Terrica Ellis has something to say and she's contesting something. We know that Tim's date is going to be moved because he did not want to show his face on camera. And we now know what both of them are officially charged with. Hey, Tracy, good morning. And it's not manslaughter and it's not murder. Hey, Tasha, it is conspiracy to use interstate commerce facilities in the commission of a murder for hire resulting in death in connection with the death of 21-year-old Andre Montgomery in March of 2016. That is the complete and official charge. Okay, both of them were charged with the same thing while they were held in Mississippi. So that had been, already put on paper. So that's in black and white. Um, for those of you who are just coming in, Terrica Ellis has a new date because she's contesting some information, and Tim refused to be on camera on September 15th. So they are rescheduling him a date, but the date hasn't been set yet. So these are the new pieces to the puzzle. Asia says, refused. If everything is virtual, how is he refusing to get on camera? So he's refusing to face his charges. He's crazy. Harry said, now he's camera shy. He refused. He doesn't want to be on camera, and apparently they can't make him. So as long as he keeps saying, I don't want to be on camera, I don't know if the judge or somebody's going to step in and say, enough is enough. You have to be on camera. You have to do this. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of wondering, why couldn't they have gone on with the court date and just not aim the camera at his face? I don't know. I don't know. I've never been in that situation before, so I don't, know. Trying to skip over some of the stuff that you guys already know. Immediately after learning Montgomery's location, Ellis placed a call to Norman. So they go down the timeline with this and they talk about the $9,000 in cash and in various bank accounts, and so forth and so on. So this is pretty accurate. Everything in this was really short. It's telling people, if you don't know about this, murder for hire, here it is. So we know all about the $9,000. We know about how Terrica Ellis lured him outside, and they keep putting this pair of pants in the article, and I'm just like, what? Listen, this is just me. I'm commentating and I'm speculating and I'm giving you guys my virtual opinion, is that if, Tim is correct, which in my heart he is not, if this boy had all of this money that he supposedly and allegedly stole, why is he coming outside for a pair of pants from a stripper? Doesn't make sense, but she's sticking to that story. However, there is something in the charges that she doesn't like. So I am very eager to see what Terrica Ellis has to say. And I'm also curious to know why all of a sudden Tim doesn't want to be on camera. It doesn't make sense. Does it make sense to you guys? Tasha Allen said he had choices. Apparently, um, Sharnita Jones, welcome to the stream. I don't understand if it was a gated community, why they don't know who came through the gate. I'm not sure, but I know when I lived in New Orleans, totally different place, but I lived in New Orleans, and I had a gated community, but my gate was automatic. So I'm not really sure if there was a camera or not. I don't think it was, but I we didn't have a gate man. What you did was when you drove up, you just rolled your window down, and there's like this little electronic button thing, and do 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 do, and the gate opens and you drive in. Celeste says it does not make any sense. I didn't think so either. I think that that's crazy. April is saying essentially he's refusing to appear in court. If it is using the facts as a virtual and not in person, he may have a legal position. This is true because of the pandemic. I guess that's the same thing. He's already incarcerated. He's already in federal custody. He's in federal custody right now with an actual charge against him. So this is not just something like we picked you up because we suspect. No, he has a charge now, and so does Terrica Ellis. So they're both being charged with conspiracy. And I don't understand what game they're playing, because to me it feels like you're playing a game. Terrica Ellis is saying, I have something to say. I'm, detesting this. You're welcome. You're welcome, Shart. Look, Sharnita, I had the same questions, but I'm a commentator, so I can't really say, well, I'm dumbfounded. So now we all have, because I was like, what is the real charge? Because somebody asked me this yesterday on the last film. What is the real charge? Why is it not murder? And I don't know. I just feel like at this point they're playing games, because you used to be on a reality TV series. You guys were filmed every day. What is the big deal about being on camera now? We all know that you had something, if not everything, to do with this. You set this whole monkey in motion. Why are you all of a sudden you don't want to be on camera? But you're absolutely right. That is just like saying, I don't want to go to court because everything is virtual and he doesn't want to be on camera. So, because of that, in the article, it's like, hey, we have to reschedule this. Now, as far as Terrica Ellis is concerned, I can't imagine what she has to contest. So that means that when she returns to court on September 25th, which is, according to this article, an extra court date because she has something to say on why she's contesting a certain part, maybe she doesn't want to be charged with the same thing. Asia's saying, I'm really shocked Miss Robbie didn't have cameras or even the neighbors. I mean, I don't know. I know her system was an ADT because they said it, like she has all the stuff. And I was just wondering, even if she had an outside camera, if it was on, it would have been positioned at the front door or as people are walking up. So I'm not really sure. I don't know. I don't know if she even turned it on. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that's missing from that particular era in time. Now, I will say this is just a speculation, but there were a couple of people on my last video in the comment section that said this could be destruction of evidence or something like that. Like if she did something with the footage, the film footage, or if she had something to do with it. I really don't think Miss Robbie had anything to do with it. I don't think she would hide the evidence of who walked up on her porch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be wrong, but I don't think that's her style. I don't think she would do that. I'm more thinking of she forgot to set the alarm, or maybe she forgot to cut on the camera. The camera was broken. I would hate to think that actually saw her son, just speculating, but she saw her son, come in the house or whatever, and then she decided to throw the tape away or something like that. I don't think she would do anything like that. Sharnita says also, if he stole all that money, why would he ask for his last check and couldn't afford to get back. Exactly. So, that kind of proves that he didn't have the money. Harry says, I live in a crappy gated community in Macon, and the gate never worked. It was always open. I know. So our gate was like that sometimes too in New Orleans. Sharnita says, thanks for answering my questions. You're welcome. Asia says, I'm really shocked Miss Robbie didn't have cameras. I think she did. Our ADT system has a camera. Um, and it will actually go to our cell phone. So I could be anywhere in the world and see who's walking up on my front porch. So I don't know, it was a few years ago, but I'm thinking, she may have had the same thing. I mean, what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just wondering myself as well. I'm in the same boat with you guys. I don't understand if you have a home security system, why it's not set in place. Because it's not like she went away, for the evening. She went on vacation. Hi, Billy. Billy says, I'm thinking that he got jumped while in jail and doesn't want people to see. That's a possibility. Ruby, hi. Ruby's always commenting. I'm glad to have you here. She says, why does Tim not want to be on camera? We don't know that yet. Hey, Carolyn, good morning. Murdering Tim is charged for murder for hire and many other charges. So it doesn't matter if his mug is on camera or not. I'm just saying, like, I feel that way too. And I'm like, it doesn't matter because, you know, you've already been charged. You're going down. Um, Shay said, just tuning in. What did I miss? Um, Let me go back to the beginning of the article for you guys that are just coming in. This is Sweetie Pie star Tim Norman accused in murder for hire plot back in St. Louis. He is now in federal custody. Tim did have a hearing scheduled on September 15th, but he refused to be on camera. So the hearing has to be rescheduled. Also, what you may have missed is Terrica Ellis. She has an extra hearing on September 15th because no, hers is September 25th. I beg your pardon. It's September 25th because she is contesting something that she's being charged with. So officially, the article says, and I quote, Ellis virtual arraignment was held on Monday, but she will return to court September 25th for a contested detention hearing. A spokesperson said she was not aware of what Ellis was contesting. So this is all new, um, and we don't know what's going on. We have no idea. I don't know. I feel like Terrica is playing games, to be honest with you. For real. I think both of them are. I agree, Brenda. At this point, everything points back to Tim. Terica has already, this is the thing that people, I haven't seen any of y'all say this in the comments. I'm sorry if I skipped over, but Terica has already stated her part in the plot. So we already know it happened. So there's no reason for Tim to not want to be on camera, number one. And number two, he can throw that tired excuse away talking about he was set up. We already know. Terica already talked. She already confirmed her portion, her part in this whole orchestrated mess. So if nothing else, you know, Tim, come on, Tim Norman, your partner in crime has already stated her part. So just go ahead and state your part in this and let's get on with it. We need to know who the shooter is. And that's how I feel. Deborah Bennett says, Tim don't want to be on camera. He's embarrassed. And plus, that will be the money shot. I think that creepy mugshot of him smiling is, the money shot. Like, who takes a mugshot like that? That's ridiculous. Miss Lily, hey hun, how are you? Good morning. Tim feels like a fool is why he doesn't want to be on camera. He should. He should because this is awful. Hey, Change Me, how you doing? She says Tim probably doesn't want to face his family. True, Tim's family should be at the hearing. I would imagine them. I would imagine them being allowed to be there. I mean, it is virtual, so everybody should be able to have the uh, the little link that they send you in the email or whatever. The last time they did this, it was being done by Zoom, so I'm gonna assume it's gonna be by Zoom. I had to go to a court hearing for my disability, and the judge was on a big old screen, a giant screen. He wasn't in the courtroom with us, but he could see me and I could see him on the big screen. And so having to, do it that way made things a little bit more difficult. But because of the pandemic, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way we had to do it. Hey, love always. Good morning. For those of you who are just coming in, we're just sitting here chit chatting about um, the case. So, Tim, his whereabouts has been revealed. Um, he is in federal custody back in St. Louis. Okay. Norman had a virtual hearing on September 15th, but he refused to appear on camera. So the hearing will be rescheduled, you guys. Also, for those of you who are just coming in, Terrica Ellis has something that she wants to detest. So she had a hearing, she had an arraignment on Monday, but she's going to return to court on September 25th for a contested detention hearing. And the person that was putting this together, the spokesperson, she said that she was not aware of what Ellis was contesting. So there is something that Terrica Ellis is not agreeing with. And so she's going to come back and, on September 25th and, say her piece. And Tim's date, unfortunately, has not been rescheduled. But now that it's out in the open and it has been documented by a lot of reporters, and it'll probably be on the national news tonight. If you guys watch the 5 o'clock or 10 o'clock news, it should be in public record. So we should be able to see if we request the link to, watch the hearing. There is a possibility that we'll be able to actually see it. Now, I will tell you guys this. Sadly enough, if you even try to record it, you can't use that footage. Hey, Mia, how are you? Good morning. Won't be able to use the footage, but you can still, you can still do your thing. I'm going to make me a cup of coffee. So if you guys hear water running and all that, it's just me. It's me. Angela Green, welcome. Lisa Michelle, welcome. Felicia Jones, welcome. Hello, my dear sister. Why should he hide now? He didn't hide that crazy smile on his mugshot. Isn't it creepy? Harry said the stripper is gonna spill it. I think so too. I think so too. I think that she's gonna spill it. I think she's got something to say, and I think on September 25th, it's going down. And that's tomorrow. September 25th is tomorrow. Today is the 24th. So I'm with you guys. Hey, Regina, how are you? Welcome. Good morning, you guys. Angela says Terrica Ellis could possibly be more involved. She was obviously there, and I don't think the pants she says she gave Andre were at the scene. I mean, she just is. I don't know. I don't even know why the pants are important. I think everybody is putting the pants on, blast because that's what she said, and nobody's buying that story. You know what I'm saying? Nobody said he dropped his wallet or dropped his gift from Terica or anything, when he was shot. And I just kind of feel like she knows a little bit more than what she's saying. And I just kind of feel like tomorrow, when she has her, hearing to contest whatever, she probably either she's going to do it on purpose or she's going to slip up and say something. So I just I just feel like that. I just feel like that. Hey, Lisa, you can see the evil in his eyes. Oh, Popeye the Sailor, look himself. I still can't believe this mess. Nia says we have almost 400 in the chat. Please thumbs up. Thank you. Hey, Marilyn Gale. Listen, being Marilyn Gale and me, we don't sleep. We don't sleep. I am following three cases at the same time. Girl, we don't sleep. I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and so was she. Can't sleep, got to get things done. Dwana Adams says, thanks for such great details. You're welcome. I'm on it. I got a tip from one of my subscribers, and yeah, I followed up on the tip, and I was like, boom, I got it. So I was very happy. I was intrigued, but I was very happy because I have never searched public record online and just somebody all of a sudden disappear. You know what I'm saying? Like that's never happened to me. Good morning, Billy. Billy says, did anyone tell Tim not to drop the soap? I'm pretty sure in Mississippi they were hoping that he would drop the soap, but unfortunately, They had to get him out of there. And I don't know if you guys saw the last video or not, but the last couple of videos I did, he was under protective custody. So that's what happened to him when he vanished off the books. He got death threats in prison, and the FBI wants to keep him alive. They don't want anybody to take his life. They want him to serve his time, or do whatever he's going to do. So yeah, that's what happened to Tim. Just in case you guys didn't know, because I do remember talking about it a little bit, but we had so many questions going on. I didn't really get to elaborate. Um so yeah. Yeah, she definitely has more to say, Marilyn Gale. She has way more to say. Love always says she will take a deal in a hot second of anything. Everyone should come clean, especially Tim. This is especially this is killing his mother. I know. I can't imagine what Miss Robbie is going through right now. Hey, Antoine, good morning. He needs to get the death penalty. Feds may seek it. You know, I have never let me go back to the top of this since you said that. Now, the charges have been set in stone. It's on paper, it's in black and white. And when they go to court, the charge, the actual charge, for those of you who don't know, he, Terrica Ellis and Timothy Norman, they are charged with conspiracy to use interstate commerce facilities in the commission of a murder for hire resulting in death in connection with the March 2016 murder of 21-year-old Andre Montgomery. Period. That's what it is. It's not murder, it's not manslaughter. So I don't know how this is going to go. That charge to me is shady. It's shady a little bit. Don't you think? I think both of them. I mean, if anything, Terrica Ellis should have been charged with conspiracy because she had a part to play in it. But being that we all know Tim Norman is the mastermind, I feel like he should be charged. I feel like whoever they have they're watching, and they think, oh, I think we have the shooter. I Just because he shot the bullet doesn't mean that he wasn't being played by the puppet master, which in my eyes is Tim Norman. You know what I'm saying? Savita says, what is the charge? Again, the official charge is on August 18th, James Timothy Norman, 41, was charged officially with conspiracy to use interstate commerce facilities in the commission of a murder for hire resulting in death in connection with the March 2016 murder of 21-year-old Andre Montgomery. Terrica Ellis, an exotic dancer from Memphis who investigators said was Norman's accomplice, was arrested and charged with the same crime. So this is the charge. I was hoping that I'd be able to come with you guys and say they've been charged with murder or they've been charged with manslaughter, but no, they've officially been charged with conspiracy, and I don't see any other charges on the docket. It's not there, but I can actually see um, Tim, if you go and search public record in St. Louis, that's where he's at, but it doesn't give you what facility he's at. But it does say he's in federal custody. The local news says he's in federal custody. The local news of St. Louis, I'm on their website right now, and it is federal custody. So he's being watched very carefully. He's probably not in a cell with other people. He probably feels, kind of safe or whatever. Because when he was in Mississippi, he didn't have this pleasure of, being separated from everybody else. So I hope he doesn't feel like royalty or anything. This is to keep him alive so that he can pay for his crime. They don't want anybody else trying to take his life. You know what I'm saying? Like St. Louis is like, y'all aren't going to do it. We're going to do it. So we're going to keep him alive. Samumba, welcome to the live stream. Good morning. Hey, Lainey, good morning. My peeps are in here. Good morning, Annette. Samumba said he was never reformed or rehabilitated in prison. That's one of the problems. Also, how the laws are written is a problem. Otherwise, unless he actually pulled the trigger and it's proven. I know, and I hate that because even if he didn't pull the trigger, this was his whole mastermind. You know what I'm saying? Hey Trey, how you doing? Good morning. Sharnita says, I don't understand why people don't realize Tim was stealing from his mom the entire time. She got tired of him using her name and money and was in the process of cutting him off, and he set up Andre. I kind of feel like some of that is true, Sharnita, because she did actually file a lawsuit against him, so she did sue him. And there are some things that they talked about that wasn't shown on air, and I felt like, it was kind of like on the personal side, so they didn't want to put everything on camera. But they made amends after, even that, suing. They made amends, but I don't think their relationship was ever the same. You know what I mean? Because me, I just feel like I would have felt a little stabbed in the back. Why are you using my name to open up all these restaurants, and you're using obviously my money to open up these restaurants? And then when he couldn't get a hold of, the money, um he probably started taking out these loans because he did have some deep debts, and that right there can ruin your credit. It can ruin your reputation. Won't be able to borrow any money from anywhere. And I kind of feel like, this is just me speculating, but I kind of feel like he borrowed some dirty money from some dirty people that were probably going to come and break some kneecaps, because he started up a lot of restaurants, you guys. For real. He did. And you can't do that for free. Change Me says they probably are handling Tim as a high risk case because he was on TV and Miss Robbie's worth millions. 12 million to be exact. Miss Robbie is worth 12 million, which is that's not Wikipedia or whatever. That's what is it? The Stargazer. So I looked up on like two or three websites, and everybody reports that she's 12 million. That's how much her and her assets and everything are worth. So, you know, I don't even understand. Good morning, Brenda. I don't even understand um how the heck Tim even thought he was going to get away with this. And I really, you guys, I'm so, I don't know. I just feel some type of way about all of this. Miss Robbie worked so hard. She went through health issues. It was just a blessing for her to even be on this show. And I kind of feel like um some of her life savings, but not all of it, was in that house or whatever. But older people, and I saw somebody yesterday say Aretha Franklin even did stuff like this. Like, she would actually, put money in a safe in her house. She wouldn't put all the money in the bank. And you don't tell everybody this, okay? This is not for everybody's knowledge. And even though Tim came out of prison after serving time for armed robbery, I feel like Miss Robbie was like, this is my son. He's my rock. He's got my back. And that just really was a plus for him, because whenever he needed some money, it was like an automatic ATM. I just feel like he set that robbery up. I just do. When I saw it on Sweetie Pies, I didn't think that until she said, and I quote, "Whoever did this knew I was away." I just, and I'm like, he was the only one. And if you look at the timeline, Dre was not in town. He didn't live there anymore at that time. 2014, 2015, 2016, everything was, allotted for. It was accounted for. Somebody did ask the question yesterday, did Andre take the lie detector test? The first test that he took, the only test that he took, was inconclusive. He admitted to the police that he had been smoking marijuana, and they asked him, will you take the test again? And he said, yes, I will. And he never got to do it because he died before he actually got to come back to St. Louis and take the test. Hey, Royal, good morning. How are you? Good morning, Trey. Good morning, Janelle. Good morning, Angela. Angela says James Brown also hid money on his property. Right. It's just like the older people, because I never thought about doing anything like that. Like, but they do that. And they said he would later forget where he burned it, where he buried it. I'm sure. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane that somebody would. I mean, you know that your mother does this, yet, well, what I'm going to do is stage, a robbery and then try to blame it on your nephew. Like that right there, that's low down and dirty. Allegedly, okay? Miss Sherry, Trey, yes. What was the end game? Certainly not the sell again. Why Andre? He just was, he was there. Tim probably figured my nephew is, you know, he's living recklessly. When they were on Welcome to Sweetie Pies, he put him and his friends on what was it, his Instagram or Twitter or whatever, and the network said, "Hey, you need to take that down. You're a paid you're a paid person on the show. You need to take that down." And he said he wasn't going to take it down, so he got fired. But he was still getting checks. So, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't broke. He didn't need Terrica Ellis's pair of pants. There was a time when Andre, was, living, in a halfway house and this, that, and the third. But according to him, he had a girlfriend and they were moving in together. And, they were getting things for their little apartment and stuff. And hey, you know, Sharnita said, "Oh, why would you want to take a life policy out on a healthy 18-year-old? Also, did have one on himself?" I don't know. I just know that a family member confirmed he did have a policy out on Miss Robbie. That came from her family, that yes, indeed, he took $1 million out on her. And those policies, that Wally, the other guy in the picture you see, Wally was the one that helped him secure the other three policies that resulted in $450,000 if they were all cashed out. But he needed that death certificate, and he needed the official paperwork from the hospital, the time of death and all that. If they took him directly to the coroners, then he would have needed somebody's paperwork saying officially that he's deceased and this is why. So he didn't have either of those two documents. He didn't have. Um, am I saying your name right, Nyoka? I hope I am. Anyway, hi. Good morning. I think Tim did it for fear of Andre talking more to the police. Oh, yeah. Andre was very cooperative. He didn't have anything to hide. He was eager, actually, to work with the FBI or the local police or whoever because he didn't have anything to hide. And you have to understand this because my younger brothers used to be like this. I have an older brother, Vaughn, and a younger brother. They're my half brothers on my biological father's side, and they used to do stuff like this all the time. They would be with their friends, and they had like their little license. You go to the courthouse and get your little license when you're of age to carry your gun, and they're so happy about it. And they would get on social media and show off their little gun or whatever. And I'm like, you're so retarded. Stop doing that. But I can understand if you're working with a network and they don't want you to do stuff like that. Plus, weed is probably illegal in that state, so you really don't want to be showing that, on camera. So I can understand how that was a problem. And it kind of does fit the um, allegedly the alleged story of Andre was living recklessly and he could have been doing illegal things. I get that, but there's still no reason to murder him. That's still no reason to take out a life insurance policy on your nephew because he's living recklessly. If you really thought that, you would have told Andre about this. You would have told the family, and then you guys would have sat down and, talked about what you need to do. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you do. You sit down and you involve your family. Hey, Team Sherry, thank you so much. Hey, Big Drake, welcome. Latasha Johnson, my stepdad's last name is Johnson. How you doing? He is wrong, and God knows his fate. I don't see any way out of this. And I was talking to somebody yesterday about this, and they brought it to my attention. Even if Tim tries to weasel out of this, his accomplice already gave testimony to her part. She admitted it. She admitted it. So it doesn't matter what you say, Tim. Your girl Terrica from Bottoms Up Strip Club, she already said her involvement in this. And she didn't make any bones about it. She didn't lie about it. Terrica said, and I quote, I was calling Tim. We had burner phones. That's how we communicated. End quote. So, I mean, we already know what was going on. Her testimony right there, was the gotcha moment. Thank you, Latasha. I appreciate it. I do my best. And I love that you guys give me tips and everything because this is a real interesting case. And I just want to do, the best job I can for you guys. Not just because it's sweetie pies and I'm a huge fan, but, just I don't like the gossip websites. I like the actual, when this is news and, you're reporting the truth. That's what I like. Hi, Melanie. I love your name. I like the way you spell that. Ladybug, good morning. Ladybug says, life is so strange sometimes, but you would think the ones that you raised wouldn't be the devil that you're opening the door for every night. I mean, look at the kids that have been in the news that are pirators and set their, pirates, what do they do? Light their parents' house on fire? Or what about the twin boys from way back in the day when I was growing up? They murdered their mom and dad and they'll be in jail for the rest of their life. I don't think they ever are getting out. Like there's so many kids that are just, ruthless. Like they're just crazy. Kids wanting to be emancipated and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, they're individuals. If you have a baby, just know that the way you want that baby to come out as an adult, it may not be that way. Ashley said, "Hey, I hope he says sorry, mom." I mean, I hope at some point. Hey, Vanetta. Am I saying your name right? Vanetta Alexander? I like it though. I like the way you spelled it. Um, I don't know. At this point, I know that Miss Robbie knows that some, if not all of this is true. And I don't know, you guys. Me personally, I'd be like, nah, I love you. You're my son, but I don't trust you ever. Miss Sherry says, I want to see it on camera too. But when I think of Miss Robbie, I'm glad it isn't. I do. I want to be on the Zoom and I'm going to try to get in on the Zoom again. Sweetwater Carol, hi, good morning. I want in on all of it. I want them to see my name and go, "Oh, I know what she wants." She wants to sit in on the hearing. I definitely do. So, I'm going to do what I can so I can give you guys first rate information, not secondhand. I'm little Oprah. So, Andre, good morning. Andre says, I think that it would involve more than just the money. Where were a lot of things that Andre knew regarding Tim, and I believe that he was going to tell some things. I do too. That he knew more than people think. When you are close knit, especially on a reality television show, the way that he used to push Andre around, it's like I don't like you, but it was a reason behind it. Why would you treat your nephew like that? He's not some guy that Miss Robbie picked up off the street and gave a job. This is family, blood family. I don't get it. That was your brother's son. I don't get it. Mia's is right. I don't trust. I would never trust him. I would never. Good morning, Queen. How are you? Good morning. I'm just checking, making sure I don't skip over anything. Good morning, Janelle. Praise God they caught him um before he could harm his mom. I know, right? Because if that statement is true, could you imagine? And then the thing is, it's public record. When you're a celebrity and they put your net worth on, the internet, on, several different sites, you already knew. Everybody knew what Miss Robbie was worth. When she got on Sweetie Pies, the report says that she was worth a little over $1 million. It's 2020. She's worth $12 million now. And I'm glad that she has those assets because this case is to the point where it's ruining a little, a portion of her business. And so I for one am glad she, is not going to be broke because of this because a regular person would have gotten involved, or their son or children or whoever would have, gotten involved, business would fall off and you'd be broke. You know what I'm saying? For people like us that, we don't have all that money stashed away. So I'm glad that she's, worth something and that she's able to live, you know what I'm saying, and not have to rely on the money from the restaurant. I hate that the restaurants are taking hits. Um, but what are you gonna do in a case like this? What are you gonna do? Mia, mommy of three, says that he was jealous of Andre because he was getting real close to his grandma and Tim didn't like that. I know. Gary says Tim's facial hair and body structure just makes me think he was um waist turned out of prison. I don't even want to know what that means. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what that means, Gary. Queen says to kill her deceased child's only living son. I mean, Tim is going straight to hell. I don't know if he's going straight to hell. He better get saved while he's in jail or whatever. I don't know about that, but I do know it's very vulgar and very disgusting to do something like that. And not like he was in the right mind. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like, he didn't snap and have a crazy fit or anything like that. He was in his right mind when he did this. He was thinking clearly, when he did this. So, um, hey, Dime a dozen says was turned out. That's what that means. I didn't want to know. Why are you telling me this? I'm just kidding, Dime. I felt like in the back of my brain, that's what it meant, but I just didn't want to think about it. It's too early in the morning, and I need my coffee. Leia Boo says, I hope Miss Robbie is okay. She's still not giving a statement. I did reach out to her on social media and I got her email address, so I reached out to her, but I didn't respond. I wasn't asking her for an interview or anything. I just sent her a little prayer and to let her know that, um me and my village, the Victory Village, we were thinking about her and sending good vibes and stuff. I just, and I know she's probably reading this stuff and it's just, I don't know how she feels, but I could just imagine like this is just too much. And I never thought anything like this would happen. I mean, never in my wildest imagination did I think this would happen. Antoine says, I met the parents of those boys that drugged them and set the house on fire. I told them that Gwinnett County thrives on sending black bots to prison. Did you? So you know what I'm talking about when I talk about the boys, yeah, and setting the house on fire and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of crazy kids out there, but when you give birth to another human being, some of the I don't feel like for real, and this is just my honest opinion, this is just the way I feel, that there are some human beings that walk the planet and they don't feel anything. And I feel like Tim may be one of those people. He doesn't feel that this was wrong. He doesn't have a soul tie to his nephew or, his brother who's, obviously he's been deceased, you know, for however long. There was no connection for him. Some people just can do anything and they don't feel remorse about it at all. Good morning, Jane. Jane says she gave a statement and said, pray for him. That's the only statement that she gave. She said she was weak and, she wasn't ready to give a statement and just pray for the family, including Tim. Mary, hey, Gary. Gary says, I'm not excusing anything Tim has done. I understand. I just feel like there's no wiggle room. I said this before in my last live stream. There's no wiggle room. He can't get out of this. Healer's healer. Hi. He would have killed his mother. I mean, if he's detached from reality, I can see him putting a hit out on her and not even thinking, twice about it. Um, to be able to do something like that, for people who obviously put money on your books when you were in jail, who stood by your side, who gave you a job when you got out of prison so you didn't have to look for another job, who taught you the business, so you wouldn't starve to death, and you would put an insurance policy out on her. For what reason? She wasn't sick enough that she was just going to fall dead any moment. So you had to be thinking something. Was the $1 million policy to secure that you would have something because you assumed she was going to give it all away and there was going to be nothing left for you? What exactly was going in Tim's mind when, he decided to get that extra policy out? I would like to know, but I know he's never going to say it. He probably will never even admit it, when it comes time for his, court date. Dorothy says, I tell you, Kim, I mean, Tim added way too much sugar in the sweetie pie. I don't know what Tim had going on. I didn't even notice his hips until y'all told me, have you really not seen his hips? And I'm like, wasn't looking at him like that. Didn't notice at all. But going back over his social media, I think he had stopped working out a little bit and he got a little, thick because he used to work out all the time and it just didn't look like he did. Not saying that he was, whatever. He's not my type, but I'm just saying he looked like he had fell off. He wasn't working out like he used to. Gary said Tim never gave up his wannabe thug mentality. Uh, Tim Norman TV, if you guys want to look at the video, there's a video. There's two videos on his channel here on YouTube. Tim Norman TV here on YouTube. He's got two songs. Um, and this is just my opinion. I feel like I can state it because I'm a singer. I feel like Tim, he didn't have a bright future as a rap artist. I feel like you need to be in your 20s when you start a rap, career. You can't start a rap career when you're old. And it just, he, he didn't even have any rhythm for real. Like I didn't buy it. I did not buy that he was a rapper. So thug mentality or not, he just didn't have the mannerisms. He didn't have the swag. When you look at go look at the video and then y'all give me what y'all feel. Go to Tim Norman TV here on type it in. It's right here on YouTube and you will see the videos. And the latest video that he did with that famous rap star was done at the same studio that Andre wanted to go use when Andre passed away, when he was murdered. Same studio, same guy, Wally. And you see those people on the sweetie pies. If you look real close, you'll see them eating in the restaurant. When Tim took his mom to the studio, you'll see Wally sitting in there. He was in there. He was on the episode, whatever episode. When Miss Robbie wanted to go back and do an album just one last time, and Tim and her wrote this song. It wasn't the Sweetie Pie Shuffle. It was a different song that she was singing. And yeah, while it was there, these people have been on the show. So Tim has had a relationship with these people. These aren't brand new people. So you know what I'm saying? Like he had this in his brain for years. April, good morning. April says Tim is a bad seed. Tim's first crime was stealing his mom's car at the age of 15. She caught him at age 17. He robbed again and was sentenced. Yeah. Well, that right there. I didn't know he was stealing at 15. That that's messed up. Big Drake says that his rap name was Time. So you're saying he should have changed it to Father Time. I'm just saying you can't be almost 40 years old and be like I'm the new rap artist on the scene. Nobody's buying that. I'm not buying. Listen, all you got to do is go take a listen. Go to Tim Norman TV here on YouTube, listen to it. Let me know what you think. I don't think it's hot. I like the beat and I like the counterparts. I like the other guys that were in the video. But I'm not, as a matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up because I want you guys to see. I'm not gonna play it. Um Father Time. Uh, I'm just typing this in real quick to see if I can pull it up for you guys. I see a lot of him and other folk or whatever. Let me see. I see a lot of news going on. I'm so glad that I was like one of the first people to tell you guys the news. Tim Norman TV. All right, it was the first one that popped up. Tim Norman TV. Let me see if I can share my screen with you guys. Let's see if this will. All right, I'm going to take the banner down and I'm going to share the screen with you guys. All right, do you see Tim Norman TV at the very top? Tim Norman TV. I don't want to play the video. I don't even know if it's mastered or not, but this is Tim Norman TV. This one had 70,000 views. This came out on January 24th, 2017. 233 subscribers on his channel, 85 comments. Most of those comments are recent comments because, of the situation. When you go to his videos, he's got two videos. He's got Time, which features a guy named Migos. And I know y'all are going to come for me when I say this, but I'm going to just be honest with y'all. I would even listen to this song right here if Tim wasn't on it. Tim with the chains and the grill. And I mean, are you looking at this guy? This does not look like a rap star. Tim looks crazy on this thing. I don't think his teeth are set right to have a grill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have room to judge anybody. I don't judge. I'm just saying he just didn't look right in the video. Right there. That's Tim. This is how the video starts. Can y'all hear this? I hope you can. I don't want you guys to be able to hear this because I don't want to get a copyright strike. It was a waste of money. I kind of feel like now this video right here was released in 2016 and this was post the robbery. So I'm just saying. Now, this Migos, I would say that he is a celebrity. He was not Tim Norman's friend. Tim Norman had to shell out some money to get him to be in this video with him. The production of the video, it does look very professional. It doesn't look like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is not, somebody from the hood filming this. This looks like a real video. You see that? There was Danielle. Y'all saw Danielle in the video. So I'm just saying. I sort of kind of feel like, but I mean, it's a dope song if you don't listen to Tim. But you know what I'm saying? Because it's a difference. I'm just gonna shut my mouth and y'all listen to it whenever. I listen to it, and I don't even like rap music, but I was like, I would listen to this if Tim. Look at that. That is not a thug. That is not a thug. That is not a rap star. I'm sorry. It's not. He's not even on beat. He doesn't even have rhythm. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm out. I can't do it. I don't want to see it anymore. He's not. He's a horrible rap star. He's like, right. Okay, Marilyn. Thank you for that. Migos is a platinum selling rap group. See what I'm saying? And you could tell, like, when the Migos guy got on the mic, I was like, what? Like, yeah, I would listen. I would listen to him for real. I really would, for real. No kidding. One Migo is married to Cardi B. So you're saying Migo is Offset? I thought she was just getting a divorce. She can't possibly be married already. The divorce isn't set. Tim was a headliner at Fire Festival. Really? Huh. Love Always. With that Chris Tucker in the video. No. Cassandra, good morning. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. Ferguson, and we're not top place to visit, but he is just giving St. Louis, Missouri a bad name. I understand. I do understand that. Yeah, okay, Migos is three men. I kind of figured that. Because of the way they, showed boom, 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 1, 2, 3. I just kind of figured that. Gary said no, Twan is joking. Is it? I don't. I don't know these people like that. Offset, Quavo, and Takeoff make up the group Migos. Okay, I get it. Tim talked about killing Andre. in his lyrics. Who is saying this? White girl. Tim talked about killing Andre in his lyrics on the rap he made in the show. It's on YouTube. That's disgusting. OMG. You guys, I'm a minister in real life. I don't know who Migos is, but I'm just saying I like the beat of the song. I like it. So now, yeah, so Offset makes up one third of the group Migos. I'm listen, there's a smooth detection between the Migos rapping and the Tim Norman rapping. That's all I'm saying. Tim can't rap as fast, so his rap was a little slow-ish, a little, you know what I'm saying, like how a 40-year-old would rap or whatever. As opposed to the group Migos, you could just tell a huge difference. I just feel like Tim Norman had to come out of pocket for that collaboration because he was just not on the same level. And the whole time I was watching the video, you guys, I was just thinking I would not I mean, like, I would be so ashamed. I would be so ashamed. Tim sounds horrible. I'm telling you, it was not right. It just wasn't right. And I was just like, why is he doing this to himself? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Look at this. This is not the face of a rap star. I'm sorry. It's just not. I mean, look at that. No, I'm not buying it. If I see that guy on the street or whatever, okay, now I see. I see what you guys are talking about. Oh, okay. Now I see the whole group. I see them all. Okay. Okay. Nope, still not buying it. I don't care what outfit Tim puts on. I'm not buying it. But the song itself, if like you just play the music is so dope. Like it's lit. But then when you put Tim's voice in there, I'm like, what is he talking about? But you can tell that the group Migos, like these guys are rappers for real. Like for real, for real. Okay, so all three of them was on that chain. You see the chain holding up Migos, so that now I see what you guys are talking about. It's not a person, it's a group. I didn't know. I didn't know. So that's them right there. I can't buy Tim as a whole rap artist. I can't. The face of a jealous fool. I'm sorry, but it seems like Andre genuinely cared for Miss Robbie. Of course he did. That was his grandmother. And his grandmother on his father's side. That was his connection to that family. You have to understand something. Andre didn't get to grow up with his biological father. So Miss Robbie was his connection. He could sit and talk to Miss Robbie. How was my dad? What was he like? Do I have mannerisms like him? That was his lifeline to, the bloodline, Miss Robbie. So of course he had all kinds of love for Miss Robbie. I don't think Andre, regardless of what you do in the street, because like I said, I have half brothers and sisters who were thugs. You know what I'm saying? I have cousins who are thugs to this day. And they're probably around my age, and that's just the life that they live. But when they see their parents or aunts and uncles, when they come to the family reunions, they leave that stuff outside because they don't want to disrespect their elders. And everything else is, gravy. They're eating hot dogs and hamburgers just like everybody else, and they're getting to know the family. They're sitting down talking to the elders. And you know what I'm saying? You're not a thug when you come in grandma's house. Good morning, Channel 85 Davis. Welcome. I mean, that's crazy. Yeah, what kind of mugshot was that smiling? Why was he? I don't know. They probably was like, I don't care if, he was smiling. We're just gonna go ahead and take the picture. When he took this picture right here, you guys, literally, he said he had been set up. He wasn't worried about anything. I don't know, Joyce. I don't know if he owed the record label any money, but I'm sure he did because this video, he had to get this song mastered in order for him to make a legitimate video. So that's thousands of dollars. That is literally thousands of dollars. I had like a couple of $1,000s that I did just to get one of my songs mastered when I used to sing back in the day, and that was locally here in Alabama. So I can imagine what the prices are like in the city. You know what I'm saying? Antoine says he never let prison mentality go. He's always looked and acted soft to me, almost like he had to prove that he was a man. I mean, if that's your mentality, then, but I understand. Tim, to clarify, Antoine, he looked a little mixed up on the show. You know what I'm saying? It was hard for him to even have a soft demeanor around the birth of his son. You know what I'm saying? It was just, too much for him to show vulnerability. And that's ridiculous. Good morning, Joan. The smile was what? The smile was nervous energy. No, he literally thought that he could get away with that particular thing in saying, I was set up, I was framed. And that's not nervous. He really meant that smile. He meant it. He's national news. He's famous like he always wanted to be. If he's a sociopath and he did this on purpose, allegedly, there you go. Sandra says there's no soul behind that smile. His eyes in every photo is always empty. Always empty. Shout out Jonathan Lyman Brand. Oh, you from Alabama. Shout out. I sure am born and raised. I haven't lived here all my life, but I'm back now. Brenda, where did her comment go? I don't like that mugshot. He's like, what? Look, Wally, as they call him on this mugshot, looks like I am going. If they don't kill you in prison, I'm gonna kill you. He looks like he is really upset. Like I thought Tim had this master plan together. Tiffany says I'm from the Lou, and I've never heard that song, and it's a pretty good song. I've never. If Tim hadn't said on the show that he was, in the studio doing this stuff, I would have never. I would have never known because he just doesn't look like he's into music and he doesn't look like a rapper. Miss Sherry said Tim killed off legacy. He ended his brother's bloodline. Exactly. That's what I was saying in another video. And I wanted to address something really quick while we're chatting. And I want to give a shout out to the 850 in the house. I appreciate you guys so much. Hi to Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate you guys. But in no way on my last live stream was I making fun of anybody. And somebody had left the rudest comment, and I deleted it because I just thought it was so stupid. This is not a funny situation in any way, shape, or form, but I am going to laugh when my audience brings up Tim's hips because I didn't know he had big hips, and that is a joke and it's funny. So there's nothing wrong with us laughing in the midst of a pandemic. We're not laughing at the situation because the situation itself is not funny. But it is funny to me that Tim's hips look like they're childbearing hips. So don't get mad at me because I think, you know what I'm saying? My audience is the bomb. My audience is lovingly known as the Victory Village. And my villagers are super funny sometimes. Y'all got great jokes. Hey, Gigi, good morning. So don't be taking offense just because I might giggle every now and then. That has nothing to do. I'm still praying for both of these families and everybody involved. That's just kind of funny that Tim thinks he's a rap celebrity, and it's funny that he has big hips. I'm sorry. But Gary said, I love you, Miss Twana, but I don't think you should be driving if you couldn't see those hips. Now that was funny. I just never looked at him like that. I literally never. For real. Good morning, GGR. How are you? I never looked at him like that until you guys started talking about, girl, have you seen his hips? Hey, Cassandra, good morning. Cassandra said, I'm 44, three sons, and I still don't have hips like that. I've given birth to two children. My daughter is 27 years old, and my hips never came in. You know how they say she got childbearing hips. I never got that. Never. I sort of feel like Dolly Parton. You have a lot up top, but you don't have anything on the bottom, but you're still, you look good in your clothes. I've always felt like that since I was about 15. That just was my thing. I knew I wasn't going to have a ghetto booty, and I never had hips. And I'm just, I if I had noticed that, I probably would have felt some type of way. I would have been a little jealous of Tim's hips. Like, why does everybody get hips except me? Yeah, I just would have felt like, but whatever. Gigi, stop laughing at me. Good morning, Lisa. So, no one is going to talk about his soul food arms. Oh my God. Wait a minute now. You're going to make me go back and look up some stuff. We're not going to talk about his arms, soul food arms. When Tim got out of jail, he did have the prison bulge. You know how they be doing the push ups and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay. He had the prison, muscles, um, but like I said, if you go to his Instagram and you look at him lately, he have fell off a little bit. He wasn't really going to the gym. So I guess, his hips, where it used to be muscle, it kind of got flabby, and that's what had happened. Is what I'm anyway. For those of you who had just came in, Sweetie Pie star Tim Norman accused in murder for hire plot back in St. Louis in federal custody. Norman has a virtual hearing on September the 15th, which is tomorrow, but refused to appear on camera, so the hearing will be rescheduled. Now, I said that to say I know September 15th is not tomorrow, but I'm saying this because you're going to see in a second. On August the 18th, James Timothy Norman, 41, was charged with conspiracy to use interstate commerce facilities in the commission of a murder for hire resulting in death in a connection with the March 2016 murder of 21-year-old Andre Montgomery. So he is being charged officially with conspiracy to use interstate commerce facilities to, quote unquote, murder somebody, being his nephew. So that is the charge. His charge is not murder, you guys. I'm sorry to have to tell you that. His charge is not manslaughter, but it is conspiracy. And according to reports, Terrica Ellis, the exotic dancer, has been charged with the exact same thing. My thoughts is, okay, they're saving the murder for the shooter. Yes, ma'am, the 25th April. Um, that's tomorrow. So Terrica is walking in the court tomorrow. And this is why. According to a spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office of Eastern Missouri, Norman had a virtual hearing on September 15th, but he refused to appear on camera. So the hearing will have to be rescheduled. A date has not been set. Terrica Ellis's virtual arraignment was held on Monday, which was a few days ago. She will return to court on September 25th, which is tomorrow, for a contested detention hearing. A spokesperson said he was not aware of what Ellis was contesting. So Terrica Ellis is going to court tomorrow. I can't wait to see what she has to say. She's contesting something. We don't know what it is, but she is not going to agree to something. And I'm thinking it is the charge, but it is the correct charge for her. I don't think it's the correct charge for him, but I do think that it's the correct charge for her. And Green Butterfly, I agree. I think that she is going to start spilling the beans tomorrow because she is not eligible for parole. And she wants to get out of jail because she has two children. So that is my thinking on that matter. Karen says, ooh, uh-uh, Karen, stop that, girl. Sabrina, good morning. Tim's gonna be a good cook in the kitchen. Wow, sad to have it all lose your soul. Unblessed blessings. Listen, he's got a skill. He can cook. So they're gonna enjoy it. If he gets life in prison, he's gonna be cooking. He's gonna be cooking in there, and it is what it is. Maybe he won't, but you know, the thing that scares me a wee bit is that if he does get hurt in jail or in prison, that's just going to make Miss Robbie feel way worse. She's going to worry about him the whole time that he's locked up. When he gets sentenced for however long in prison, she's going to worry about that boy every single day, because of all the death threats that he's gotten. Uh, Talk in Media, good morning. How are you? Gary says, I hope. What are you saying? I hope Terica showed Tim how to work the pole. I don't, well, I mean, if Tip's hips are that big, can you actually do that? Uzo, Twana, can he get life from this? I have never heard of anybody getting life in prison for that particular charge. That's why I personally was hoping that it was manslaughter or, something along those lines. I've never, it's the first time for everything, though. It's the first time for everything. Being Mary Gale, Marilyn Gale says, I visited his page. They were clowning him. You're right. That rap is weak. And no, I'm not an expert, but I got taste. Right. I'm not like, I don't really care for rap, but I think he just, he should have just let Migo do the whole thing. His part in it was no, no. Not so so, but no, no. Mia says, so sis, you gonna bust a tune for us? Absolutely not. No, hun. Maybe on my other channel. I'll sing for y'all over there. How about that? Brenda said that child not thinking about those kids because they come first in her mind should stay she should have stayed, her mind should have stayed on her children. I agree. When How could you have thought that this was a good idea, and if you get caught you're going to be taken away from your children for however long? So I guess she was just trusting and believing in Tim, that Tim knew what he was doing and they would never get caught. No, Francisco, he can't rap at all. Um, Cassandra said, men like to see hips in the kitchen cooking. Ugh, isn't it horrible? George said, hi, George, good morning. He's got arms like his mom. I mean, you can't help, you inherit things from your parents. You know what I'm saying? All right, Deacon 305 says, "Why are you saying that she's not eligible for parole? Because that's what the law says, Deacon. She hasn't been convicted yet. She's been charged though, and she's being held without parole. Um, so there's no telling what she's eligible for. She cannot afford an attorney, so she has been appointed an attorney. Tim said he couldn't afford an attorney, so he has been appointed. And no, there's no bail, so she's not going anywhere. Are you a fan of Terrica, or are you just asking? Either way, she's not going anywhere. Not, I mean, she wherever she's at, that's where she's at. Period. Um, Gary says if the judge determines the sentence to run consecutively, all parties could possibly serve enough time that there won't be much time left. Exactly. I agree with that. Um, Healers Hill said, check her. Me Wilson without bail. Hey, just be real. Yeah, we want to know. She's not. No, she can't get bail. She's no, 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 not parole, but bail. She can't get bail. I'm speaking into the future. Maybe that's what it is. Shameen, am I saying your name right? Francisco said, I'm happy that they caught all three of them. I know, but according to Terica, there's one person left out there. And yeah, I didn't mean to say parole. She doesn't have bail and she doesn't have bond. But I'm speaking it into the future. I guess I'm prophesying maybe. I don't know. I don't see any parole. I don't see any parole for good behavior. I don't see any parole for anything. But right now, there's no bail. She can't get bonded out. So thanks for that, because I'm sitting here looking at it like she's already been convicted. She's just in there. Joyce, good morning. I think one of the shooters is going to spill the beans. One of the shooters I heard was related to Terrica. I don't know. I just had in my mind that Terrica Ellis, talked to one of her clients or whatever you call them in the strip club, and she got a hookup, and that's why Tim went to her in the first place. Because Tim could have asked anybody. Tim could have asked Danielle, could have asked anybody. But I guess he was, trying to see who was like the weakest link, who was the most vulnerable, who could he manipulate easily to get them to do this. You know what I'm saying? So, he really tried to remove himself from the entire crime. So his hands will be clean. But they weren't clean because of that phone. If it wasn't for that phone, he probably would still be walking around Good morning, Manda White. Manda says there have been cases that masterminds do get 20 to life. Yeah. So so him um his charge can get him 20 years is what you're saying. Which that's good because he's going to have to serve something for this conspiracy charge. He's going to have to. He's going to have to serve some pretty good time. I still don't understand. Hold on a minute. Let me update you guys. Thanks for asking because I was in the middle of that. Um, According to a spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office of Eastern Missouri, Norman had a virtual hearing on September 15th, okay? But he refused to appear on camera. So that's that is what happened, you guys. For those of you who are just getting here, for those of you who are new, that is what happened. Tim refused to be on camera, so they have to reschedule and a date hasn't been set. Tomorrow, Terrica Ellis has a virtual arraignment. Her virtual arraignment has already been held, but she's going tomorrow for a contested detention hearing. And nobody knows, nobody is aware of what Ellis is contesting. So we will definitely find that out tomorrow. Okay. Miss Sherry said, I disagree. I think the key to Tim Hold on a second. The key to Tim's guilt is that insurance policy. I just feel like he really allegedly, because I have to say that word, he allegedly had his nephew removed, murdered, killed, whatever, however you want to say it, because Andre knew some information that Tim didn't want leaked out. And a part of that information was Tim was the real theft. He set that whole theft in motion. He probably paid some of these people to do it. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like, make it look real, throw some stuff around. Because let me tell you something. If you're getting robbed for real, ain't nobody, a real thief, is not fixing to leave a mink and a fur on the floor. I'm sorry. That just doesn't happen. Unless you think it's fake fur, in which case you're robbing Robbie Montgomery. Hello. I'm just saying. Yeah, they're not gonna stop and look and investigate the coat and say, now, is this real mink or is this, you know, the fake stuff? Is this real? You know what I'm saying? Come on. Give me a break. You're gonna take it and look at it later. You're going in, you're getting all the stuff, and you're getting out quickly. That's what's happening. It's a theft. They're not, it's not an estate sale. It's not a yard sale. They're not shopping at, the Walmart or the Target. This is the theft. You get in, you break in, you get in, you grab everything and you get out. Who has time to look to check to see if the fur is real or not? And then you threw it on the floor and left it there. There's a reason why that's in the report, because it's stupid. It's dumb. Robbers don't do that. Just Be Real says, they're not spending that much time destroying a house either. Exactly. Exactly. So he knew. He knew where to tell the robbers to go. Go in the house, make a left. There's a safe behind a picture. There's a safe here and there. The code is blah, blah, blah. And the fact that she was out of town and nobody was coming over there as far as Tim knew, but they still had to work fast. So that's just my take on it. Allegedly. Okay, YouTube, allegedly. But I'm just saying that's what I feel. Tim is Trump. That's deep. That is deep. Natizia, am I saying that right? A beautiful name. Welcome and good morning. Only someone closely related would want to leave Miss Robbie with nothing. So he left some things behind because that's still his mother at the end of the day. That is insane. Do you hear me? You guys, I'm having fun with y'all, but y'all know I gotta wrap this up. I gotta actually do some work. But tomorrow is the big day, you guys. Tomorrow is the big day, September 25th. We are going to find out what Terrica Ellis has to say in court. Okay? London, good morning. London says murder has no statute of limitations. looks are deceiving. Andre was trying to become a rapper, the money, weed, and gun look. And that's, I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. And I understand people, were young back then. Times now are like different. So I get it. He wanted the look. I'm hard. Don't mess with me. He was with his boys. They were smoking marijuana and wilding out and just, having fun. Do I believe that he actually was going to go out and use this gun for something? No, I think maybe it was for protection, but I don't think he was wilding out so much. And if he was at that point, he was grown. So, you know what I'm saying? He graduated high school. He was taking his courses in college and he was going to the studio. So he was grown. What if he was wilding out? It wasn't like he was underage. He was an adult. He was a young adult. Robin, good morning. Robin says, bottom line, Tim was only after money and he didn't care about Coach jewelry first. I know that's right. He got those diamonds, he got that gold, and he got that money. Everyone have a great rest of your day. Bye, Marilyn Gale. I love you, girl. Nikki Banks, good updates. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Somebody just asked me, was I going to? Oh, Francisco said, will you cover her court hearing tomorrow? I will. And like I told you guys, I wish that I could record it for you, but if I do get the Zoom link to go in there, I will tell you firsthand details, but they will not allow us to record. So I will definitely let you guys know what I know. So I'm going to check public record, and I'm also going to see if I can get the Zoom code to go in there. Um, but yeah, I definitely want a front row seat. The last one lasted 2 hours, you guys. So I don't know how long this is going to last, but I can't wait. So that's a part of my work, is seeing if I can actually get in on that so I can see and hear what is going on and what she actually has to say. So thank you, Francisco. All right, you guys, I got to get out of here. I got my grandbaby today. So, Earth Talk, hey, I am going to I'm going to email you or send you an inbox later on, or you can send me your email or whatever. If you need to get in touch with me, if you have a hot tip on something, if you just want to say hello, click on my about section on my YouTube channel, and all of my contact information is right there. All of my other smaller news content is on my tab as well. It is on my community tab, and I always give great information on my community tab for things that you may be interested in. So don't forget to check that out. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging with me this morning, and I will talk to you somewhere on the internet. Bye for now, guys. I love y'all.